Insides turned inside out and led me through the backyard. The swimming pool had been crushed to a pulp of cerulean, laying face down on the blades of browning grass and muddy bare spots as Mother Nature tried to rid itself of the decay. Kids' toys laid mangled, their plastic parts no longer intact, but found several feet away. The eyes of a miniature horse, low enough for a toddler to saddle, no longer holding the mesmerizing stare summer afternoons. My camera lens focused on the surroundings. My eyes couldn't bear and clicked, and with a certainty I could find the courage to look at later. The back door crunched under the weight of my shoe, and glass shattered into the floor, piercing the simple paper holding the no trespassing warning. Condemned. No surprise. The kitchen floor was dirt, as if it had been a hovel in the olden days. The women shuffling around barefoot and pregnant, not too far from the truth. The towel had been kicked up, not usual wear and tear. The other side of the room cluttered with trinkets and decorative pieces that couldn't have made it to the walls or to the shelves that were thrown beside them. Computer monitor, keyboard, car parts and miscellaneous tainted yellow papers sat upon the cupboards, leading to a sink still containing dirty dishes. Others straight from the soapy water and left on the drying rack, waiting to be put away. Although no one had been through here in months, and certainly not the woman responsible for putting the dishes back into the cupboards. Old cans, perishables that were told take years to spoil, rotted in the pantry. The liquid coating the wooden shelves, now molded to its surroundings. The camera moved and clicked, focused and refocused with ease as my mind clouded with thoughts from years ago, when I lived in apartments left just like this. My feet urged me forward. Curiosity tempted me, although I knew what was coming. I could already picture the house and how it remained. How any moment she could pull up at the front of the house in her beat-up car, carrying the children she replaced me with. How even though I knew this house had been abandoned for months, it looked nothing short of what I call home, again and again for 6 years. The dining room was empty. She had never owned a dining room table. There were no dinners she could host and invite that many people to who would come. There were no chairs. They weren't needed. No one sat here in this house to consume, to lay back and undo their belt, rub their stomachs, and lean back to converse about the meal, about great friends and good times. The staircase seduced me as I crossed the room. The finished wooden steps that lead upwards to another flight of temptation, of everything delivered from evil. The staircase had been the last structure I took hold of in this house, the last time I looked her in the eye, the last time she had ever raised a hand to me. The last time she would ever tell me no, and I would ever reply, don't. I could feel the heat rising from my cheeks, stinging in my eyes, causing me to squint, as I simply placed my hand on the railing and my foot on the first step. I was possessed. I could do nothing but step up, 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 as my body responded to the force behind me, urging me, telling me I had to witness this in its entirety, that there was no going halfway. I had made that commitment as my foot pressed down upon the fallen back door, when I had made my way into this house with my eager camera, wanting to capture anything to hold on to her. I reached the top, and instead of relief, could feel nothing but cold. The bathroom door laid open. I was pushed through the entrance, and my camera again took over from my eyes. Click, focus, refocus, click, repeat. Toothpaste was still left by the sink, the medicine cabinet full of toiletries. Some half used, others almost empty. Toothbrushes stood in a holder. 1, 2, 3, but not a 4. 1 adult size, 2 children. Mom and 2 children, no father. That must be how she liked it. Toddler bath toys still sat in the tub. A shower not finished in its installation process. The wall was caved in, the wooden boards visible. Three more rooms. Just 3, and my camera will have its fill. I will be content knowing that what my mind already has outlined, what it knew was already there without having to see the gruesome affirmatives. A cluttered children's room. Toys. Feces. They must have had a pet of some kind, or an animal of another kind made its life here while the humans are away. I didn't want to know. I didn't need to know. I already knew. Dirty diapers strewn across the room. My curiosity of the child's age comes into view.